Hello, children. Today, in the sixth and the final session of our discussion, we are taking up two topics: the administration of justice and the company army. A new system of justice was started from 1772 by the East India Company, British East India Company in India. Each district was now to have a Fauzdari Adalat, means criminal court. Criminal court means the court where criminal cases would be heard, right? And a Diwani Adalat. Diwani Adalat is such a court where civil cases would be tried, right? A civil court was presided over by the district collector, for whom Hindu Pandits and Muslim Maulvis interpreted Indian laws. For the Hindus, Hindu Pandits, and for the Muslim laws, the Muslim Maulvis. They interpreted Indian laws. A criminal court remained under a Qazi, a judge, and a Mufti who was a jurist as before, but now it was to be supervised by the collector, that means the district collector, in the new system that was pursued from 1772. In 1775, 11 Pandits compiled a digest, a law book of Hindus, which was translated into English by N.B. Halhed. Right? By 1778, a code of Muslim laws was also compiled for the European judges. The Regulating Act of 1773 established a new Supreme Court at Calcutta. Today it is called Kolkata, and a court of appeal, that is Sadar Nizamat, over there at Calcutta. Right? The district collector, who was the central figure in a district, not only collected revenue, his work was not only to collect revenue from the people, but also maintained law and order with the help of a number of officers, especially the police officers and the darogas. Darogas means the inspector, the police inspectors. Okay. Now the company army. The Mughal army had sawars, that means the trained soldiers on horseback or cavalry, and pedal, infantry, that is foot soldiers. Pedal soldiers means foot soldiers. They were trained in sword fight and archery. Rural India had armed peasants. I am talking about the system that was already there during the time of the Mughals. Now in 18th century, the Mughal successor states like Banaras and Awadh recruited peasants into their regular armies and gave them professional training. Now they were given training. This method was now adopted by the company for its army. Okay. The English East India Company, its army was now called the Sepoy army. Sepoy, this word comes from the Hindi word Sipahi, meaning soldier. Right? Warfare technology changed from 1820s. Cavalry need, the soldiers on horseback, cavalry need declined because the British Empire was fighting in Burma, Myanmar are neighboring country. The other name is Burma, Afghanistan, and Egypt. Egypt is in Africa, where soldiers used guns named muskets and matchlocks. What were muskets? Muskets were heavy guns used by infantry soldiers those days, and matchlock, it was an early type of gun in which the powder was ignited by a match, right? That's why called matchlocks. Infantry, that means foot soldiers, now became more important than the cavalry. Soldiers were now given European style training. They were subjected to drill and discipline. Company also asked Indian soldiers to behave like professional ones, professional soldiers, and caste and community feelings were to be kept away. While working in army, these feelings should not be there with the Indian soldiers. The company wanted it from the Indian sepoys, right? Now in the concluding part, let's see. By 1857, the East India Company was ruling over 63% of our territory. Can you imagine? 63% of our territory was under the control of the British and 78% of our people. Okay. The new steam technology, steam engine I am talking about, the new steam technology of 19th century enabled the British East India Company to keep better relations with Britain, because the steamships reduced the travel time between India and Britain from 6 to 8 months earlier now to 3 weeks only. Earlier it was taking 6 to 8 months when steam technology was not used. Now because of the use of steam engine, how much time did it take now? 3 weeks only. Thank you.